So in today's presentation, we're gonna go over how to convert 10 times more leads into paying students. I feel like in our industry a lot, when it comes to marketing and people thinking about how they can get more students, the number one thing that most people focus on is just how do I get more leads? Whether it's spending more on ads or getting your cost per lead down or doing more grassroots marketing events. But what I think is way more powerful is with the leads you're already getting, how can you convert more of them so you can grow 2, 3, 4, 5 times faster without spending an extra penny on ads in the meantime? And then when you couple that with increasing your ad spend, you just scale so quickly. So we're gonna go over that today. So first, we're gonna go over why lead follow-ups are important. So the way to think about it is when you're just focusing on lead generating activities, again, ads, your website, grassroots marketing, it's like pouring water in a bucket with holes in it. If your booking percentage isn't sufficient, if your show percentage isn't sufficient, if your closing percentage isn't sufficient, you're doing all this work, pumping all this extra energy, whether it's labor, manpower, ad spend, into your system just for it all to flood out. Now, this is what I mean by it. So when we've analyzed all the clients that we've worked with, and over the past 5 years, I think we're probably just over 400 martial arts schools since we started doing this in March of 2020. These are two ends of the spectrum. So on the low end, martial arts schools who do not have a great conversion rate with their leads, they're not following the best practices, they may close about 5% of their leads into paying students. So what does that mean? Well, if you were to get 50 leads per month, that means you're only signing up about 2.5 students every single month for those 50 leads. On the high end of the spectrum, our clients with the highest conversion rates, very high booking, show, closing rates, will convert 40% of their leads into paying students. So for the exact same amount of leads, they're getting 20 students a month versus 2.5 students a month. And just to drive the point further, within a 12-month period, if your conversion rate is 5%, you're only converting 5% of your leads, you're getting 30 students in 12 months versus if you were to have a 40% conversion rate, you're getting 240 students in 12 months. And just to drive the point even further, if you're charging $150 per month, that means within 12 months, you're adding $4,500 of new monthly revenue. Whereas if your conversion rate is 40%, within 12 months, you're adding $36,000 per month. And again, this is without spending an extra penny on ads. This is without doing any more lead generating activities. It's just by taking the leads you already have and doing a much better job at converting them. So I'll show you guys a couple client stats just to continue driving the point. A lot of schools, they think they need 100, 200 plus leads a month in order to scale up to 50, 100K a month. This is one of our locations. We have a jiu-jitsu school and a taekwondo school. This is our stats for 2025 so far. As you can see, I mean, we get a decent amount of leads at this location, 70 leads. Our cost per lead is actually much higher than the average school. It costs us about $49 to get a lead in our area. It's a very competitive area. And on average though, we convert about 24% of our leads. So far this year, out of 636 leads, we've got 134 students. Our average membership tuition is $242 a month. So far this year, we've added $32,428 of new monthly recurring revenue. Show you another client, All-Star Martial Arts. So they get 48 leads per month and their cost per lead is even higher. A lot of people, they're just hyper focused on cost per lead, but I mean, you can get 50 leads a month and grow very fast if you have a good conversion rate, and I'll show you how. His conversion rate is 38.99%. So far this year, out of 432 leads, we've generated them 117 students, and that's yielded $28,314 of new monthly recurring revenue. And again, we're not even done a year. This is just the first 3 quarters. Show you one other school. Oh, Justin's school. So Justin's school, 44 leads a month on average. Cost per lead's $21, so a lot better. His average conversion rate is 23.8%. So from just 44 leads a month, we've generated 98 new students so far this year, about $20,097 of new monthly recurring revenue. And this is the power of having a very high conversion rate. You do not need to have a $5, $10 cost per lead. And don't get me wrong, we do have clients who have a really low cost per lead. Like I could, where is it? I'll actually tell you guys right now. Ads manager. So we had a client that we launched literally 3 days ago, and I'll pull out my phone just to show you guys the exact number. All right, we just launched this client 3 days ago. I mean, it's kind of hard for you guys to see. We've got him 88 leads at $2.13 per lead in the last 3 days. So like, I'm not saying that you can't focus on having a low cost per lead or getting a lot of leads. What I'm saying though is it's not the only way to scale. You don't just have to pump more money into the system. You can grow your school by just having a good conversion rate. So that's the basis of the presentation today. Everything that follows what I've went through from now on, we'll just go over the strategies that all of our clients are implementing in order to convert a high percentage of their leads into paying students. So the first lead follow-up strategy we're gonna go over today is speed to lead. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard this study before. There's a study by MIT that states the chances of connecting with a lead, if called within 5 minutes versus 30 minutes, drop by over 100 times. So it's so crucial to call your leads right away. If you wait too long to call your leads, the chances of you connecting with them and converting them into a paying student is very low. In the average martial arts school, you'd be surprised. I think they take anywhere from 6 to 7 hours just to call a lead for the first time. And there's many schools who take days to call their leads. And the way we know this is we actually spend the last month or 2 months opting in on all the top martial arts schools' websites across the entire country, everything from like ADTOS to, I don't know, Gracie locations, to all the big ones in LA and Austin and Miami. So we audited all the top martial arts schools' lead follow-ups across the entire country. And what we found is, again, it takes anywhere from 6, 7, 8 hours for them to call you for the first time. So this is such a big hole in the industry. It's something so simple, yet most martial arts schools are not capitalizing on it well. So that's the first thing. You want to call/text new leads within 2 minutes of them opting in. Give them a phone call right away. You can send them a selfie video right away as well, so they know you're not some AI automation. Whenever someone messages you, you want to respond to them within 2 minutes as well. Because if someone messages you, you know that they're a hot lead right then and there in the moment, so you want to capitalize on that. Next thing is, what are the hours that you guys should handle for your lead follow-ups in order to call a lead right away? You want to aim for a 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Friday, and bonus hours is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays. So the next question is, okay, I know I need to call my leads within 2 minutes. I know I should cover 12 hours a day, potentially weekends as well. How the hell am I gonna do that? I have classes to teach, I have my family, I have a million other things. That's just not possible for me to do. So the way I recommend handling something like this, if you guys were to do it on your own, is find a staff member you can delegate it to. The nice part about calling new leads within 2 minutes is it's not 12 hours of straight work from morning till night every single day. You might have a few new leads come in every single day. So it's not that much work. You just need someone who's on standby in order to call a lead right away if they come in and in order to respond to those messages. So what I usually advise school owners who are doing this on their own is find a staff member within your student base who is open for making more money, and incentivize them. You can pay them a certain amount for every appointment that they book that actually shows up to your school that's qualified. That way they're only getting paid on performance, but now you have someone covering 12 hours a day, potentially weekends as well, for no actual labor cost. Now, it might be hard to get just one person to do this. So what you can do is break up the hours between multiple people, have different shifts of people on call during certain times, and yeah, basically incentivize them to call new leads, respond to them, and get those appointments to show up. The other thing for you guys that can help with this is, for any of you who are part of the association, you guys have a customized Go High Level account that comes with your membership with the association. And we have automations built out to reach out to leads for 8 months straight. It texts the leads immediately for you, sends them lots of value-driven follow-ups, like more information about your school, testimonials, class schedule, membership pricing, etc. And yeah, just continues to stay top of mind for you. So if you're not already leveraging that, make sure to do so. That comes free with your association membership. Next up is lead follow-up cadence. So here's the next biggest mistake that we see martial arts schools make. They call a lead maybe within the first, again, 6 hours or so. They follow up a handful of times, but then if they don't receive a response, they never follow up with the lead again. Who's had that before? Oh, they're not serious about our school, or if they're not gonna respond to me, I'm not gonna put my time and energy into them. And I get it, trust me, it's it happens to me all the time too, with school owners reaching out to us and they just go ghost. It's very frustrating, but it's a numbers game. There's so many studies that shows it takes anywhere from 8 to 16 follow-ups just to reach a lead. Not to convert them into a paying student, just to reach a lead. It's a complete numbers game, and you have to take the emotion out of it and just approach it from purely numbers, because the more volume you put in, the more output you have, the higher the chances are people will come and sign up. Can't tell you how many stories at our family school we've had people who've opted in and then they go ghost for a month or two, and then eventually they finally get back to us. They had different situations going on, and when they do finally get back to us, they thank us for following up, because we didn't do it in a spammy way, calling them like 5 times a day. We did it in a value-driven way, and we're able to convert them when the time is right. The thing is, when you stop following up with leads after a handful of attempts, maybe now isn't the right time. Maybe there's things going on in their lives. But when they are ready to make the decision, if you stop following up with them, and now they see an ad for another martial arts school, who are they going to move forward with? Probably the martial arts school they've seen last. Whereas if you don't stop following up, not in a spammy way, but again, just staying top of mind from time to time, when they are ready to make that decision, who are they going to choose? The people who've stayed top of mind, the people who've built trust, the people who've provided them with all this extra information that they need in order to make an informed decision. So this is the cadence we typically follow. For the first week, we'll call leads once per day. For the second week, we call every other day. For the third week, we call every 2 days. Fourth week, every 3 days. And then after that, we call 1 to 2 times per month. Pro tip, stagger your follow-ups. A lot of people will just call at the exact same time every day and wonder why the leads aren't responding. But maybe the time you're calling at, they're busy. Maybe they're at work, maybe they have some sort of family thing going on. Whereas when you stagger your follow-ups, you increase the chances of you being able to reach a lead. So make sure you stagger your follow-ups. The other thing as well, another pro tip for you guys when it comes to calling leads, is alternate between using Go High Level, the software, and using your iPhone. So you're calling from 2 different numbers. Sometimes what happens is when people are getting calls from the same number and over again, they might think it's spam. Whereas when you alternate the numbers that you're calling from, there is a higher chance that someone's going to respond. And once they respond and you get them on the phone, you know that you can build that rapport with them, build that trust with them, and convert them into a shown appointment. And last thing, I'm big on when it comes to follow-ups, how are ways that we could follow up that would just completely catch someone off guard? Like every single business nowadays is using generic automations or using some like AI bot company or something like that to do the follow-ups. So there's a lot of noise nowadays, and the question is, how do we how do we cut through all the noise and build a genuine rapport with our leads? So another thing you guys can do as well, try FaceTime audio calls to the leads. Instead of just phone calls from your software, phone calls from your phone, imagine a lead getting a FaceTime or a FaceTime audio call from you. Like that would, like who does that? No businesses do that. And it would set you apart from everybody else. Next thing, so when it comes to once you actually get leads on the phone, how do you navigate the conversation? So the first thing is you want to learn more about them. Don't just ask them like, oh, what's got you interested in martial arts? Oh, I'm interested in confidence. Okay, you should come in for a trial. Like, no, like actually dig deeper into the situation. Oh, why are you interested in confidence for your child? Oh, you know, this is going on at school. Oh, like tell me more about that. Why is that happening? And actually go deeper. Ask them like curious questions as if you were like their friend. You know, when you actually take the time and you genuinely care about the people you're talking to, they will feel that through the phone. You'll build better rapport, and building more rapport leads to a higher percentage of people actually booking and showing up. Next thing is, once you build rapport, so you can let them know about the benefits of martial arts, how it'll help them with whatever it is that they're currently dealing with, then you can go over the next steps. So obviously you want to recommend, okay, in your situation, I'd recommend scheduling a complimentary trial class at our school. In the trial, we go over some warm-ups, we'll go over some of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques, we'll go over some of the life skills that are included in our program. And then at the end of class, we'll assess your child and see if they're a good fit for our program. If we feel like they're a good fit, we'll invite you to enroll them for a membership at our school. How does that sound? Obviously, most people are going to say that sounds great. And then from there, you can schedule them in for a trial. And then the last thing you want to do is pre-frame your confirmation process. You don't want people to be completely caught off guard when you're sending them reminder text messages and emails and giving them a confirmation call before their trials. So make sure to pre-frame like what's going to happen next, just so they're not caught off guard when they receive those automations. Next up is messaging. So we went over calls, we went over the call cadence. What about when it comes to messaging? So the big point to get across here is the real question is, when people opt in, whether it's through your ads, whether it's through your website, why don't they answer you? Right? Like it annoys everybody when a lead doesn't answer. The real reason why leads don't respond to you or book or show up is because of lack of trust or lack of information. So your goal when you follow up with leads should be to provide them with more information and to build trust so that they feel comfortable making an informed decision. So that's what we want to do with our lead follow-ups. Most people, when they follow up with leads, and we spoke about this last time, they do selfish follow-ups. Hey, did you get my last message? Hey, are you still interested? Hey, do you want to come in for a trial this week? Hey, we only have this many spots left. Obviously, they're seeing those messages. There's a reason why they're not responding. You haven't done anything to incite a response from them. So you want to make sure that every single follow-up you do is with information and trust in mind. So the first tip when it comes to messaging follow-ups is leverage our Go High Level automations. Again, all of you guys have the Go High Level account included for free. It has a bunch of built-in automations that we've tested across hundreds of thousands of leads by now. So that'll just immediately improve the chances of you being able to connect with the lead with literally no extra work if you guys don't have anything in place or have some basic level automations in place right now. Next is, alongside the automations that you guys get access to, is leverage an iPhone for manual follow-ups. So don't just rely on automations to follow up with leads. iPhones have such a high success rate. And the reason why is, for any of you iPhone users here, if you get a text message and it comes in green and it's a number you don't know, there's a high chance it's going to be a spam, or like you're not going to be that inclined to answer it. Whereas if a blue message comes through, there's no way to automate blue messages. So right away, there's almost a level of trust built, and it just helps increase the chances of reaching people. Now, when it comes to the manual follow-ups, some things that you can do is send selfie videos. So this is works like a charm. As soon as someone comes in as a lead, just whip out your phone. It takes like 20 seconds and send them a selfie video. Hey, this is Adam from ABC Martial Arts. Just saw you opted in for a free trial pass for your child, Johnny. Let me know when you have time to chat and we can go over the next steps. Just send them a quick selfie video like that, and imagine from a parent's perspective, they receive a personalized selfie video from the owner or one of the staff members. Like, what other businesses actually take the time to go and do something like that right off the bat? Helps build the trust right away versus them receiving generic automations. The next you can do is, if people aren't responding, again, do pattern interrupts. So through iPhone, you can send voice messages to people like, hey, just wanted to let you know we have this event going on, would love Johnny to come by. And then you want to send valuable information. So think about what's information that parents need to know in order to feel comfortable coming in. So maybe you send them a video or some sort of website page going over more information about you and how the school came to be. Maybe there's a page on your website going over your mission and your values and how you guys do things. Maybe, it would be great if you guys had a video detailing how the trial class goes. I'm sure for a lot of parents, and actually we saw this recently, a lot of parents, sometimes they're a little bit uncomfortable because they don't know what to expect for that first trial class. They don't know if they're entering a fight club. A lot of these people have never been to a martial arts school before. So sending them a video showing them what the first trial class entails immediately lowers people's guards and makes them feel more comfortable, and if anything, gets them excited about attending that first trial class. So again, just think about different types of valuable information you can send. Maybe you send them a welcome package leading up to their trial as well, which is more information about your school and how you guys do things and testings. The more, the better. And then the last thing, we spoke about this last time too, but you can send like a meme as well. So like, oh, waiting for blah, blah, blah to respond, or waiting for, a person's name to book their first trial class. Usually, like, we find memes work like a charm. It gets people laughing, it lowers their guards, and a lot of people respond to them. So the way to think about lead follow-ups is every lead, they have a lock, and you have a bunch of keys. And each key is a different type of lead follow-up you could try. Maybe one key is selfie video. Maybe one key is calling at this time. Maybe one key is a voice message. Maybe one key is a meme. Maybe one key is sending them the trial video. And you want to figure out what key is going to unlock that door so you can get them to book and show up. Every single lead is different. So you want to have basically a variety of different follow-ups, in your belt that you can keep trying until you finally unlock the door to that lead to get them to book and show up. It's like in jiu-jitsu. I mean, if you only had a rear naked choke, like, you'd be pretty screwed. Like, you want to have an array of different moves so that whatever the position you're put in, you know how to deal with it accordingly. So it's the same thing here. Have a bunch of different follow-ups, and when you see a follow-up is going well, record it. Have some sort of like swipe file where you take screenshots of the follow-ups that are getting the most responses and put it into like a photo album or a Google Drive folder, so in the future you can repeat successful actions and do what's getting you the best results. Now, all of that was focused on getting people to book. The next question is, how do we get them to actually show up to their trials? Huge pain point in our industry nowadays. People have ran ads, or even just from their websites, they get people booking trials, then most of them don't show up. And there's nothing more frustrating than seeing your calendar flooded with trials just for barely any of them to show up. Your team's demeanor gets lowered. It's just not a great time. So the first thing that you can do to increase your trial show rate is give every single trial a personal call and make sure you guys, the owners, are doing this, not a staff member. From a parent's perspective or anybody who's coming in for a trial, if the owner of the business gives them a personal phone call, that means so much to people. And you guys are able to build more rapport than anybody handling even our clients who we do all their lead follow-ups for, we still advise the school owners to just go and make one phone call to every single lead before they actually come in. And we've ran tests where we've had clients doing this for months. As soon as they stop giving the personal phone call to the leads, their show rates drop, their closing rates drop, there's like their lead conversion rate goes down significantly. So this is one easy thing that you guys can do that might take you an extra 5-10 minutes a day that can really improve your results. Next is send a relevant testimonial. Obviously, every single person coming in has a different goal. For some parents, maybe their kids are fooling around at home or getting bullied, or they want their kids to learn confidence, they want their kids to improve their listening skills. Whatever it may be, you want to have a bunch of different testimonials ready for different pain points, and send them a relevant testimonial so you can build that trust with them. For an adult, if they want to lose weight, maybe you send them a testimonial of another adult who signed up at your school and lost like 50 pounds or something like that. Next is you can send a welcome package like I mentioned. So this is something we started doing in the last couple months. We put together just like a basic PDF on Canva, going over more information about our school, what's included in our programs, our class schedule, frequently asked questions, and we send the welcome package to parents before they come in for their trials. And it provides them with a lot of the extra information they need, again, in order to make an informed decision on the first day. Send a selfie video the evening before. So at the end of your evening classes, let's say you have a bunch of trials coming in tomorrow, take an extra 5 minutes from your iPhone, send selfie videos to every single person who's coming in for a trial tomorrow. Say the parent's name, say the kid's name, or if it's an adult, just say their name. And yeah, just show them your school and just let them know you're excited to see them tomorrow. That goes a long way. We just had one of our larger clients who has 3 schools. He actually came to my house 2 days ago because I gave him my old iPhone. And he started doing it basically yesterday actually. And he told me that parents have been, had a pretty good reception to it. His show rates were like a little bit higher just doing it right off the bat. And the parents were saying the kids were a lot more excited when they came in. Another thing you guys can do as well is send a selfie with a t-shirt the morning of the trial. So it's basically like you're ethically bribing them to show up for the trial. Send a selfie, hold a t-shirt, be like, hey, we're setting a t-shirt aside for Johnny. What size is he? And when you're doing something for someone, they feel the need to reciprocate that and actually show up to the trial. Confirmation call. So the afternoon of the trial, give them a confirmation call just to make sure they can still come. And by the way, when you initially speak with them, you do want to pre-frame that you will be giving a confirmation call 4 to 6 hours before the trial so they're not caught off guard. And if they do not answer your initial confirmation call, try again a few hours later. As I've been mentioning, leverage the Go High Level automations as well. There's completely built out reminders through like text and email that'll help boost your show rates. And then you want to do a lot of this stuff manually in addition to the automations to increase those show rates. And then if people don't show up, move them back to your regular lead follow-up cadence. So we spoke about the 1 call per day, then 1 every other day in the second week, every 2 days for the third week, and so on and so forth. So if they don't show up, you're just gonna put them back into your regular lead follow-up process and just keep hitting them up until they eventually respond. If they show up but don't sign up, you should always have a next action step set. So you're not just hoping and praying that they come back and sign up. So if someone says, oh, I need to talk to my partner or I need to think about it, you should always have a specific follow-up date and time set so you can follow up with them at that time. Now, when it comes to lead follow-ups, the question is, how do you measure your success? So the big two things we're touching on today when it comes to your lead conversion rate is your booking rate, the percentage of your leads who book a trial, and your show rate, the percentage of your booked appointments that actually show up. So we consider under 50% of leads booking or showing up poor. 50 to 60% is a pretty good rate, especially if you're doing it on your own. 60 to 70% of your leads booking or showing up is great. 70 to 80% is excellent. And if you have an 80 to 100% booking or show rate, that's mastery level. So the next question is, okay, I get what I need to do. I get the stats I should aim for, but what if my booking and show rate right now isn't sufficient? Then you want to spend some time auditing the following. And you can even do an audit like this once a month, just to make sure all of your, you guys are doing all the actions you need in order to increase the probability of you succeeding. So number one is audit your new lead call time. Every single month, go through all of your leads, and there's ways to automate this as well, and double check how quickly on average your team is calling your leads within business hours or the hours that you're covering. Number two is check the lead message response time. See how long on average it takes them to respond to a lead. Number three is check your lead follow-up cadence. See if are they only following up a handful of times, or are they following the recommended cadence to increase your lead conversion rates. Number four, check if they're staggering their lead call times, or if they're just trying to call at the exact same time every single day and expecting different results. Next is audit the lead script quality. So you can record the phone calls and listen back to maybe 5 to 10 phone calls a month, and make sure that when your team are actually getting on the phones, they're following the script to a T, they're building rapport, and they're handling it just like you would as the owner. And lastly, audit the lead message quality. So make sure that the way they're following up with the leads isn't in a spammy, selfish, type of follow-up way. They're following up through value-driven follow-ups. So the main takeaways for today, and this is the main point I'll get across. Like, I can be up here for another hour, 2 hours, just telling you guys more tips, but all of this means nothing if you don't take action. Now look, I get it. I went over a decent amount of different things. You guys probably aren't gonna implement every single thing I went over today, but think about this. Even if you could implement just 1 or 2 of the things I went over, and it increases your lead conversion rate by an extra 5 or 10%, that's gonna make you tens of thousands of dollars of extra income every single year. So what I recommend if I were in your shoes is pick at least the top few things that resonate the most with you, and set a deadline for when you will take action on it. Because if you just add it to your never-ending to-do list as a business owner, we all know it's never gonna get done. So pick the top couple things here and actually set a specific deadline and hold yourself accountable to actually execute on it. So just to recap, number one is call/text new leads within 2 minutes of opting in. Definitely the biggest thing you can do. Number two is responding to leads within 2 minutes. Number three is delegating your lead follow-ups to a team member, so it's not just relying on you. Number four is follow a recommended follow-up cadence. Don't just follow up a handful of times and deem a lead low quality. Continue to follow up with them and stay top of mind. Next is focus on building rapport with leads. Just building rapport and having genuine conversations will completely skyrocket your booking and show rates. Next is provide leads with more information and build trust. Whenever you are following up with leads, keep those 2 things in mind. Am I providing them with more information, and am I building trust? If you are not doing those things, then make sure you revisit your lead follow-up strategy. From there, alternate between Go High Level, which all of you guys have access to, and an iPhone for follow-ups to increase the chances of you reaching a lead. If a team member is doing your follow-ups, just toss them an old iPhone and get a $50 per month plan. You need 1 student to pay for it. And then lastly, aim for a minimum of a 50% booking / show rate or high. And this is a big thing too. You need to make sure you're tracking your numbers or all of this means nothing. Like you can implement a bunch of this stuff, but if you have no idea what your booking or show rates are, your entire lead conversion rate is, then there's like not really that much of a point of doing any of this. The only reason to implement these things is so you know where you currently stand, how much it changes that, and how much more money you're gonna make. So make sure you are tracking that. It's like very simple, just like through your web. I'm sure all of you guys use some sort of software to track like your leads and bill your students. So just track on a spreadsheet, okay, every month I'm getting this amount of leads, this many are booking trials, this many are showing up, this many are signing up. And then you can track the percentages. And then from there, just work on implementing like at least a few different things every single month to gradually improve those conversion rates. And if you measure it, and if you don't repeat the same actions and expect different results, but if you're constantly, trying out new things every single month, then your lead conversion rates can only improve over time. And that's how you convert, instead of 5% of your leads, up to 40% of your leads. That's how you can grow your school up to 8-10 times faster without spending an extra penny on ads. So just like last time, and for those of you who were here in the morning, I always have gifts to give out to you guys for attending. So the first thing that you guys get for any of you who missed the morning session is our Q4 ad scripts. These are all the ad scripts that we've scripted out for our clients that our clients are using for Halloween, Christmas, Black Friday, etc. And then the second thing, we actually just finished this recently, is our lead follow-up SOP. So this SOP goes over literally everything that our clients are doing in order to have 20, 30, 40% lead conversion rates. We have all the scripts for if you have a new lead, if it's a booked appointment, if it's a confirmed appointment, a no-show, a show. We have all like examples of like what types of messages you should send. We have lots of video tutorials in there as well. It's jam-packed with stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So any questions for anybody in attendance today? Yes, sir.
I know a lot of people appreciate the amount of calls. Do you also get people that just like, please quit calling me, that kind of stuff? How do you handle that situation?
Yeah, great.
We just say, yeah, we won't call, we just drop it, move them over, or is there some way to resolve that?
Yeah, I would say that's a really good question. I would say about 5% of the time we'll have leads who are like, hey, like stop calling me, you're annoying me, or like, why are you following up with me this many times? But my perspective is I'm okay with that if that means there's a chance for me to change, X amount of more lives because I continue to follow up. Like I don't mind if and sometimes too, the people who get like sign up on your form and they get pissed off about you, calling a few times over the first couple days, like those also aren't always the people who would be the best customers for your business. They're displaying a lot of red flags very early on. But for me, the reason why I don't stop following up is I've been doing martial arts my whole life. I grew up in my parents' school. I've seen so many lives that we've changed over time, people coming from all different backgrounds. And I know that the longer I follow up, the higher the chances that we'll be able to get more people through the doors and change their lives for the better. So I owe it to all of them to continue to follow up with them because that's gonna allow me to change more lives and to make a difference in our community. So that's the way I approach it. It's not from like a pure like money or greed thing. That's a byproduct of what we do at the end of the day. It's so I can increase the rate of me actually changing people's lives. And again, I don't get bothered by like a few people here and there being pissed off. It helps me convert more people over time. Yeah, my pleasure. Any other questions? Okay, cool. Well, I really appreciate your guys' time today. I'll be here until Sunday, so if anyone has any questions or wants to go over any of their business stuff, feel free to grab some time with me. We can go over any questions you guys have or your specific situations. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys listening to my talk and everything today, and hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Thank you.